In this video, you'll discover the most secure video hosting for bloggers and creators. If you're at all concerned about people stealing your video content, then this is the platform for you. It is called VdoCipher. And in this video, you're going to learn how to prevent people from downloading your videos, how to stop your videos from functioning properly when a screen recorder is in use, how to add dynamic watermarks that can show IP addresses or email addresses of the would-be downloaders overlaid on top of your content. You'll want to stay to the very end of this video to see all the things VdoCipher can do to protect your video content, because there is a lot. Hi, I'm Bjorn from WPLearningLab, and let's get started. This is the video hosting software we're going to use. It's called VdoCipher. There's a 30-day free trial, no credit card required, so you can try it out. And if you want to follow along with this video, that free trial will be perfect. In fact, I have a free trial rocking and rolling right over here. This is the dashboard. You can see my plan over here as a trial, and it ends pretty soon. And you have a bandwidth of up to 5 gigabytes and storage up to 5 gigabytes on the free trial. What's the difference between bandwidth and storage? Storage is how much space your videos use on the VdoCipher servers. That makes a lot of sense to you probably because you have a hard drive on your computer and files take up space. Bandwidth is how much content is transferred between the servers that you're using on VdoCipher and your end customers. So if you have a 1 gigabyte video and the entire video is watched 5 times today, that'd be 5 gigabytes in bandwidth. So that's how that works. And the different plans, we'll check out at the end of this video. They have different bandwidth and storage limits, but at the end of the day, the more bandwidth you use and the more storage you use, the more you're going to pay. So that is a very important consideration for you. Our videos, when we upload them, they're going to show up right here. This is a sample video. You can go ahead and delete that if you want. Click this checkbox, click the trash can, and it's gone. We're going to upload some of our own videos in just a minute. Livestreams is a new feature. If you're a live streamer, this is great because you have it right in your VdoCipher suite and you just use it right through here where you're already doing all your other video hosting. And course creators, for example, could have all their videos in the video section, which you can also organize into folders, by the way. We'll get to that later once we upload our own videos. And then they can live stream through here also to their website, because you can just embed the live stream on your website using a simple embed code. I'll show you how that works really quick. If you create a new live stream, let's call it test, and chat mode I'll leave as authenticated, not leave as, turn to authenticated. We're just going to wait until the stream credentials are generated, and there they are. If I click on embed, you can put this code right on your website, and you've got a live stream on your website. That's pretty cool. And you can use the server URL, the stream key, and the chat secret key to connect to OBS or Zoom, so you can distribute your live streams everywhere that they would connect to. Zoom, I think, would just go to a group meeting, but OBS, you can connect to YouTube, to Twitch, to Facebook, to everywhere that live streams. So you can easily run a live stream through VdoCipher and connect it to every live stream platform out there through OBS. And on your website using the embed code. The security and configuration tab holds probably the meat of this tutorial. This is one of the reasons we're making this video, is because we want secure video hosting. So we have the first tab here, security settings, where we can whitelist domains. So if you wanted a video to only appear on this domain, for example, let's just copy this and paste that domain in there. You can match the domain exactly. You can match the domain and all its subdomains, or regex a full URL. That's more for developers, but allows you to limit the video to more restrictive places. I'm going to match the domain, all its subdomains, and then click add, and it shows it as invalid. The example shows no HTTPS or slashes, so let's try that again and follow the instructions. There we go, got our domain in there, and then we can click on save changes down here. You can also override all other domain restrictions, API and video, meaning you can have restrictions put on individual videos or via the API, and having it whitelisted here would override any instructions that you have in those APIs and videos unless you toggle this on. Sorry, if we have it off, it would override them. If you toggle it on, it would not override those options that you have set. We can approve or block entry for users from specific countries or IPs by listing the countries or IPs down here. The API keys are what we're going to use to connect to WordPress in a few minutes when we host some videos on this website here that we just whitelisted. So we'll come back to that later. Users are users that you add to your VdoCipher account that help you manage your videos. Webhooks allows you to interact with other websites on the internet using a simple HTTP post request which means you can connect to things like Zapier and other automation software if you want. iOS playback. This is the first time I'm mentioning the DRM, which is digital rights management. For iOS, it works a little differently. So I'm going to cover the non-iOS versions first. Basically, what it does is when VdoCipher implements DRM, which it does for all its videos, they cannot be screen recorded. I'm currently recording my screen with Camtasia for Mac. If I was watching a VdoCipher video, which we'll do in a few minutes, it'll just be black because it won't actually play the content of the video, or at least not the visuals, while you're screen recording. And that's what DRM helps with. And on iOS, there is something called FairPlay, and you can apply for a FairPlay certificate from Apple to protect your videos even further if you want to. If you want to do that, click on this button here, Continue to Support Portal, and they will help you get that figured out. Under Advanced, the only option is enabling the download of videos from your VdoCipher account. If you want that to happen, click on this button, you'll get an email, and then you can verify that you want this to happen, and then videos can be downloaded from this account. The custom player is something we'll get back to later as well, but we can customize how the player works and how it functions on your WordPress site or wherever you're embedding it. So we'll come to that as we do that later. The account and payments tab, here it has various plans you can upgrade to, depending on what your needs are. On the support tab, we can connect to the support via the support portal. We can also connect to support via this little button down here, and they'll send an email. They may have live chat. I know Zendesk offers live chat, but this is just an email thread you'd be creating there. There's also a troubleshooting guide and tutorials and documentation here. You can also schedule a call with VdoCipher staff to help you walk through all the features as well. If this video isn't quite hitting the way you want it to, you can schedule that during your free trial and get more information about VdoCipher. The Analytics tab gives you a lot of information about video playback and usage, including bandwidth, video usage, views overall, per video views, watch time tracking, user device analytics, and block playback. So you get a lot of information about which videos are working for you and how much bandwidth that's using and all kinds of stuff like that. This is back to the iOS DRM config through FairPlay and the custom player right there that we talked about earlier that we will customize in a few minutes. So let's actually upload a video or two. Let's finally get to that. So go back to videos. This is the live stream. It's currently live actually. Let's just turn that off. Let's end the live stream. So we have our live stream here. It uploads it to the video section when it's done. We can upload from our hard drive by clicking the upload button. I'll just pause the video while this uploads. Okay, the video is uploaded. We can't embed it right away, as this message says. The video is being transcoded into different formats and qualities, and we'll get an email when it's ready. Let's click on Don't Show That Again. While that video is being processed, let's use some other import options. We have the option to import from Dropbox, Google Drive, import from a URL, import from Vimeo, import from Amazon S3, import from FTP. So let's do the import from Vimeo. Got to connect to Vimeo through here. Let's allow that connection. Video import not allowed. That's cool. Vimeo only allows video export if you have Pro, Business, or Premium membership. Well, there's that. I have just the regular membership. I was hoping to import this video, but what I would do is I just download it and then import it, just upload it to here. Let's see if the Google Drive import will work. So far, so good. Okay. Continue. This is the one I want right here. Let's import that. URL is imported. I think it's probably uploading. We'll wait for that to run through. This video is one of the most popular videos on my AI channel. If you want to check that out, I'll link to that in the card up above and the description down below. And we'll just let this run. And hopefully this one imports over time. This one is already here because we uploaded it directly. If you wanted to organize your videos into folders, you would click on Create Folder over here. Let's call it Course. No exclamation. Check on these boxes and we can click on Move to Folder and then Move to Course and then Move. Now those videos are in this folder. We click on that to open it. Can you drag and drop into there? Like Canva? No, you can't. But you can do the checkbox and move to folder. Pretty easy, pretty slick. And you can have all your courses and everything organized by folders right in here. And the functionality wouldn't be complete if we couldn't edit the videos we upload as far as the content about the video is concerned. Editing the video itself is not something you'll be doing, but you can edit the name, you can add a description, you can add tags to help you organize the video in the back end of VdoCipher. You can add subtitles, You can choose which language and upload the appropriate language for the subtitle. An auto-generated English subtitle will be generated. Any others, you got to make the SRT and upload it here. You can swap IDs, which means you can basically replace one video with another. So if you had a bunch of course videos on your website and they all have their own embed code, changing those out whenever you update them can be kind of a pain. Instead, you can upload the updated video. You get the ID for the updated video and you just put it into here. So when you click on this drop down, you can either choose the video you want to replace this current one with, or you can get the ID of the video and you can paste it right in there. Then you click on the appropriate video and that then replaces the current one if you click on the swap ID button. For files, we have all the files associated with the video. You don't really have to worry about much of this stuff. On the security settings tab, we have the ability to whitelist URLs and domains like we saw earlier and block countries and users. And we had that toggle in the main security settings section that allows us to override the options in here. So this is what we'd be overriding. The chapters allows us to create chapters for the video that will appear on the video itself when it's playing. And it says here domain not allowed because the VdoCipher domain is not whitelisted. Let's add some chapters. At 000, we have the intro. Let's add another one. At 2 minutes, we have part 1. At 4 minutes, we have part 2. I'll just speed up while I add these. And then click on Save Chapters. And we went beyond the video length, which is 7 minutes. So let's just do that. Save Chapters, updated. There we go. These aren't the actual chapters in the video. I just made stuff randomly so we can see the effect of it when we embed the video. Once you have a video set up how you want it, click on the Embed button to embed it. These are all the options for embedding VdoCipher videos, and it covers pretty much every type of website you can think of. Choose the one that's appropriate for you, and we're going to choose WordPress in a minute, but I'll go through what they all are first. There's WordPress, there's a custom backend, built via PHP, ASP, Node.js, Ruby, Python, and probably others as well. There's a quick embed using an iframe or static HTML. There's the Android iOS apps, there's Moodle, and other platforms down below here. So pick the one that's right for you. It's probably going to be WordPress since you're watching this video on a WordPress channel. And the instructions for WordPress really couldn't be easier. You install the VdoCipher plugin, you add the API key, and this is the embed code for this specific video. So let's head into the WordPress dashboard and make that happen. So let's go to plugins and add new. This would of course be in the dashboard of whatever site you want these videos hosted on. Look up VdoCipher. This is the one we want in the top left here. If you're installing this on a live site, you might want to back up your site first, just in case something goes wrong. You can restore to the backup. If you need help with that, I have a tutorial in the description down below to help you. Click on Install Now when you're ready, and then click on Activate. There's a message up here, VdoCipher plugin is not yet ready. Click here to configure. Let's click on that link. You can also get to this page by clicking on the VdoCipher button in the menu on the left. Here we have to enter our API secret key. That we find inside of security and config. So I'm going to open this in a new tab so we can refer back to the shortcode in just a minute. Go to API keys, click on Add API key, copy the API key, go back to the WordPress dashboard, paste it in there, save changes, Frank's your cousin, and VdoCipher is activated on your website. Here we can change the default width, the default height, the playback speed, the player version. V2 is recommended, so we'll keep it on that. It's also the latest version. You can change the player ID. We haven't customized a player yet, but we'll do that later. The annotation statement is dynamic or static watermarks you can overlay on top of your video. For now, we're going to keep all these options as they are. I'll click on Save Changes just in case we had to save that API key again. Probably didn't, but just in case. So now we can go back and get the shortcode from inside the video, copy that, or press the copy button on the right, and we can embed this video wherever we want, wherever shortcodes are accepted, which is pretty much anywhere. So let's go to Pages, and let's open the front page, which is with the block editor, and let's open this Elementor page right here. Edit that with Elementor. So on this page, at any location, we can add a shortcode. In fact, there's one right here for something else. Let's add it right in here. Search for shortcode if it doesn't show up in the first 6 options there. And then we paste in the shortcode. Save it, and if we go to the front end, which we will in just a minute, that video will be playing there. Click on View Page when that pops up, and there's the video right here. And as soon as I push play, watch what happens. It's a blank screen. There's the captions coming up. I don't hear any audio. There is audio, but there is no video because I'm currently using screen capture software to record my screen. So I'm just going to pause my screen recording and record this on an external camera so you can see this video actually playing. This is me recording now on my phone. As you can see, Camtasia right up there is recording. The video is blank. When I push play, it continues to be blank. And watch what happens as soon as I press stop record up here. The video carries on playing because we have our screen recorder turned off. As soon as I come back up here and push start recording, it hasn't even started recording. This is the setup for the recording. There I am. And it goes blank. This is thanks to VdoCipher's content protection and DRM settings. So people with ill intent towards your content who want to download it and sell it and do whatever online won't be able to because they can't screen capture the video and they can't download the video. Okay, we're now back into proper audio, and something I forgot to do is add a thumbnail to our video. I'm just going to show you that really quick. Let's head back to videos, go to our course here, go to edit, click on upload new poster, which is their word for thumbnail, and we can add that thumbnail right there. This is a video that's live on my YouTube channel right now if you want to go check it out. I'll link to it in the card up above. And this is now a great looking video. If I come back out to the website and refresh the page, the video will stop playing. It should show a thumbnail. And then if we play it, there's the thumbnail. If we play it, it'll go away again. This is the chapters down below, those dots. Those are the separate chapters that we set in the chapter settings. There's lots of options for, there's even a chapter list here. That's pretty cool. If you're in full screen mode, you can see that a lot better. You can skip back and forth to chapters just using that list option. Where'd that gear icon go? I can't find it. I guess they're all set up down here. Instead of being inside the gear icon for the settings, they're all listed down below. Speed options, caption search. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow, I like that feature. You can search through all the captions for specific topics that you're looking for. This is super useful for creating courses. There's the closed caption options. English was auto-translated or auto-captioned, I mean. Video quality, chapters, and exit full screen mode. So that's embedding the video inside of the block editor. We also have an Elementor Page open. Works the same way, or similar. Search for the shortcode widget. Pop that in there. Paste in the shortcode. Publish the page. View it on the front end. And Frank's your cousin. There's the video right there. It's much bigger because it has a bigger area in that widget. For Elementor, for whatever reason, the background is now white when I play it instead of black when you play it on the block editor page when you're screen recording. So that's interesting. Not sure why that would change, but it did. Next up, let's go back into the dashboard and let's check out configuring the video player. We can go to custom player here, or under search or security and config, we can click on custom player over here. We can add a custom player. Let's call this the courses player. You can have skip forward and back buttons if you want, and you can set the duration for skipping. This is set to 10 seconds currently. You have speed control options. You can unselect certain speeds if you want to, or you can have this turned off completely. You can show captions control and enable caption search, which is an awesome feature. I'd keep that on all the time. Progress bar, enable local resume. Not sure what that means, but maybe with the space bar to resume a video. There's other controls. You can turn them on by clicking the checkboxes here. We can change the color of the play button. So when we hover, this one goes to red. If you click on this little button here, you can pick whatever color you want. It's denoted by hex code. If you want to find very specific colors, you can search hex codes in Google and then just click on one of the options that comes up. And you can pick whatever color you want. Very specific colors. Has the hex code here, but it's still a color picker. So I don't know why you just wouldn't just use the option that you have in here to use their color picker. You can show the pause and play button if you want to or not. You can show time text or not. You can show the volume icon or not. Quality control, full screen button. You can enable AirPlay if you want to, which allows you, if you're using an Apple device, to stream the video to other Apple devices. You can show a replay button at the end of the video. You can enable lock controls. You can enable keyboard shortcuts. You can make the button here a circle or a square. you can change the position of the video duration, which shows the time up here, or now on the bottom left, or turn that off. And you can enable or disable any one of these things and then click the save button, and then your player is created. If you set that as your default player, it gives you a warning that says this is going to now apply to all your players. And if I come out here, let's see if it's applied instantly. If I refresh the page, we should have a blue button that's square, and we do. So it affects all your players immediately. What you can also do, if you're making sales videos, you would want a player with none of these options. So first, let's just play this video again, and we see all the options, all the whiz bang everywhere. It's black because we're screen recording. Now, if I wanted this on a sales page, I wouldn't want any controls on it. So let's make a new custom video player. Let's call this VSL for video sales page. And we turn off all the options because we just want the video to autoplay. We want it to not be able to stop. Other controls, leave that as it is, turn these off. The only button you want is the play and pause button. There. Let's set that one as default. And let's refresh out here. We've got the play button. We've got no controls or anything. We can pause it. No, we can't even do that. So you probably want to turn on the play pause controls, which I turned off, come to think of it. Let's turn those on. Otherwise, if you play the video, you can't stop it ever again. It just plays forever and ever. So there's a pause button. So this you could easily use for a video sales page. And you wouldn't want to have it as your default either. So if you had this one as the default, which is the blue button, wait for it, there it is. And then we take the player ID and we go into our VdoCipher settings. We have up here how to use shortcode. And in here, you can specifically include the video theme, which is your player ID. So if we do it as the instructions I have here, key 1 would be video_theme equals open quotes, the ID we just copied, and then close quotes. So let's try that. Find our shortcode, click into there, video_theme equals the ID for that video player. And now when I refresh this page, after it saves, and I refresh this page, it should go back to the red button with no whiz bang. But it would only be applied to this specific shortcode because that's what we just did. We just added that player theme to the specific shortcode. So you could have as many custom themes set up in here as you want for your custom players, and you can use them all over the place however you want to use them. And you have a default one, but then all the others you can use the player ID and make it appear how you want. There's also a lot of other options here to customize your shortcode experience. You'll notice that these ones are for player version 2. So if you chose version 1 down here for whatever reason for the player version, these options will not be available for you for your shortcode manipulation, but I don't see why you wouldn't use version 2. You can also add the theme ID into the player ID field, and that will set that theme as the default theme for your entire website. And now that we've played some videos on our website, there's probably something to do here in analytics. So let's have a look. See how quickly this updates. We used 10 live stream minutes. You recall we had that live stream running on its own. Video usage, views. So it doesn't appear to update in real time. This is until September 24th. So it takes 2 days or 3 days even to update the data in here. So we don't have any data to see, but this is where our view stats would appear, and that is super handy. Something to consider is the bandwidth and the bandwidth usage. If you have bigger videos, like these ones are just uploaded, see if it shows inside of the editor here how big the video is. It doesn't show it in here, but I have it on my hard drive, and this video file is 953 megabytes. That's already 20% of my uploadability right there. And when you play that video one time, that's 20% of my bandwidth on this account. So what do? You use an app like Handbrake to reduce the size of this video. Handbrake is a super simple app that you can get on Mac and on Windows. You can just drag and drop a video into there, and I have it set to save to a Handbrake folder. It usually has pretty good settings right out of the gate, but you can look up a lot of settings to make this a highly optimized video. Just click on Start when you're ready to go. It's going to run through the entire video and compress it without losing much quality. And even if you lose a little bit of quality, it's probably worth it in the end when you're saving all that bandwidth. While that's doing that, let's look at the pricing to see what kind of plans VdoCipher has and whether any of these fit your needs. We have all the plans listed up here, and the pricing. Starter plan for $150 a year starts you out at 1,000 gigabytes of bandwidth, which is a terabyte, 100 gigabytes of storage, and it gives you all these options down here, all these features, most of which we covered inside of this video. And then of course, the higher price point you go, the more stats you get. There's also a light plan that goes for 3 months, gives you 200 gigabytes of bandwidth and 50 gigabytes of storage. This is great if you already have a running course or multiple courses that you can easily transfer over and make them highly secure. Make sure people aren't trying to copy your courses and sell them themselves online or upload them to free websites, which happens a lot. I found some of my courses around the internet and people sell them as their own. So it's super helpful to have something like this. I highly encourage you to click the link in the description down below and come check out VdoCipher. Handbrake is almost done. We're at 96%. And then I think you'll be very surprised with the difference in file size without a huge drop in quality for the video. There we go. It's all done. Here's the handbroken video, and it is 47.6 megabytes compared to 950, which is the original. And if we press play on the original, it's a 4K video. It looks pretty good. Press play on this one. It's a little smaller in dimension, but it still looks great. I mean, for the file size difference, I mean, it still looks pretty legit. And this will allow you to upload way more videos to any plan you have in VdoCipher, as well as stream a whole lot more videos via the bandwidth limitations because your videos are just way smaller and the quality is not affected that much. If you got value from this video, click subscribe and hit the like button to let me know. And then check out this video up here, which is the one that YouTube thinks you should watch next. So check that out. My name is Bjorn from WPLearningLab. Till next time, keep crushing it, and I will see you in the next video.